plans to play football and major in engineering or teaching and has yet
We'll start that over, Wyatt.
escorted by his parents, Chuck and Becky Connor. Wyatt will be a fourth-year letterman in football and track this year. He is the treasurer of student council and the president of the National Honor Society. He was also awarded the Governor's Merit Scholarship this year. He plans to play football and major in engineering or teaching in an as yet undecided college. Your parents and Grandma Connor would like to say that we are very proud of the man you're becoming and we wish you luck in the game tonight, the pending playoffs, and in all your future endeavors. We love you.
Travis Ryan, number 12. Travis is escorted by his parents, Daryl and Carla. Travis's awards include 3-year varsity for football, 2-year varsity for basketball, 2-year varsity for track. Travis is a member of the National Honor Society, CCP. He is an academic all-warrior and has been named to the principal's list and the honor roll. Travis's plans after graduation are to attend Ohio University in Athens to pursue a degree in civil engineering. Travis, proud doesn't even begin to explain to you how we feel. From starting football in 8th grade, somewhat reluctant to do so, and a lot of pressure from your brother, to being a captain your senior season. The changes that we have seen and the dedication that you have given is unbelievable. Your leadership, dedication, work ethic, and the overall effort that you have put into the senior season has been amazing and has shown both on and off the field. All the while, you have stayed humble and true to your. We are honored and blessed to be your parents and brother. We know that whatever you tackle in the future, you will be successful and you will still have us cheering you on. As you are finishing up your senior football season, we want you to know that we love you and that we are so proud of the man that you have become.
Jackson, as you stand there getting ready to take the field on your senior night, take a few moments to take it all in and remember how far you have come. This journey has been filled with countless early mornings, late nights, blood, sweat, and tears, all of which have molded you into the incredible person you are today. We've enjoyed every moment of watching you on that field for the past 11 years. Football has taught you so much about commitment, teamwork, strength, and loyalty. Hold on to those memories, the lessons learned, and the never-ending love and support of your family and friends.
Jackson, you are resilient. You have reminded us that it isn't about the cards we are dealt, but how we choose to play them. You have fiercely embraced every moment and challenge that has come your way lately and risen above them, which just shows your remarkable strength. We are so incredibly proud of you and so excited to see what this next chapter holds. We love you and will always be your biggest fan. Senior Jace Hickman is escorted by his parents, Kayla and Chalmers. Jace is a Leggett winner in football and basketball. He attends Belmont College for the welding program. After graduation, he plans to use those skills and enter the workforce. Congratulations, kid, on reaching this milestone. We are so proud of your growth on and off the field. Watching you grow who you are has been an absolute joy. From your first steps to your last season wearing number 16, you've amazed us at every turn. Your commitment to the sport has been so inspiring, and I know it's taught you valuable lessons about perseverance and teamwork. I'm grateful for the coaches who helped shape you and for your teammates who've been by your side. While this may be your final high school football season, I know the determination and drive you've shown on the field will carry you far in whatever comes next. As you move forward, remember that just like in football, life is full of both wins and losses. It's in those moments, both the triumphs and the challenges, that you learn the most about yourself. No matter where life takes you, always carry the lessons you've learned on this field. We love you, Jace, and we'll be rooting for you every step of the way.
Senior football player, Ty Maloney, being escorted by Michael and Andy Maloney.
Ty has earned varsity letters in football, basketball, baseball, and track shooting. Ty has been active on the Community Bank Junior Board and graduated from the Cambridge Area Chamber of Commerce Youth Leadership Program. Ty is a full-time College Credit Plus student in the Pathways to Business program at Zane State College, where he's on the dean's list and will graduate with his associate's degree in early May. He's involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in New Point Church. Ty has been accepted into multiple colleges and is finalizing his decision on where he'll complete his bachelor's degree in business management and then plans to pursue his MBA.
Ty, this past year has been challenging with your injury and surgeries, but your resilience and positive spirit have shown through. We're so very proud of how you're making the most of your senior year and what you've accomplished this season. We can't wait to see what you will achieve next.
We love you so much. Love Mom, Dad, and Drew.
Cole Porter is being escorted by his parents, Brett and Warrior Porter. Cole is a 3-year letterman in football. During this time, he has received awards such as Second Team IVC, Lineman of the Year, and Honorable Mention IVC. Cole participates in CCP and has since his junior year. After graduation, he plans to go to college and earn a degree in business. Cole, having a son has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. You're smart, humble, loyal, and kind. Your mother and I are so proud of the man you have become and look forward to your future accomplishments. I have no doubt that you will be successful in life due to your attitude and determination. It has been an honor to be your parents.
Football player Nicholas Matthew Taplin III, escorted by his parents, Nicholas and Audrey Taplin. Nick has been a 2-year letterman in football and is currently employed at the Bears Den Steakhouse. Nicholas is first in his class at Taplin Christian Academy, where he has perfect attendance. He is an avid deer hunter and enjoys spending time with his friends and family. Plans after graduation include moving to Georgia and pursuing a career in carpentry.
Nicholas, we love you so much. It has been an honor and a privilege to watch you grow into the young man that you are today.
Always remember who you are and whose you are.
Don't do drugs,
And do not add or subtract from the population.
and play on hard tonight. P.S. Don't play with siblings.
But you are our favorite.
Name,
Brian Walter,
escorted by,
my parents, Jonathan Walter and Amber Van.
activities, letters and school activities.
I'm a 4-year letterman in football and academic warrior.
Plans after graduation.
Go to college and pipeline. We'll never forget the first time you stepped onto the field, ready to take on our opponents. It'll be hard to say goodbye to the teammates you've bonded with over the years, but we are so grateful for the memories we've made. The best of luck to you.
Blake Wagel is escorted by his parents, Brian and Shauna Wagel. Blake is a full-time College Credit Plus student and is currently enrolled in the Digital Content Media program at Zane State College. After graduation, he would like to continue his education in marketing. Blake enjoys going to church and reading and spends a lot of his free time at the gym.
Blake also understands that every champion was once a contender that refused to give up. Tonight is your night.
Hey Blake, this is Cedric. I just wanted to wish you good luck for your final home game your senior night at the end of the road. I know this team is not going to be the same without you. I know you had an amazing career, and I know this is going to be one last show for the home crowd. I know you're going to go out there and give it your all and show them all what you can do. Good luck, and go Warriors, and go Blake.
Blake Wabel, escorted by his parents, Mark and Kim Wabel. Blake is a 3-year football letterman, a 2-year basketball letterman, a 2-year baseball letterman, and a 1-year track letterman. He is a member of the National Honor Society. He plans to attend Ohio University where he will study engineering. Blaine, your family is proud of the hard-working, honest, and loyal man you have become. Never stop reaching for your goals and believing in yourself. Love your family.
Kennedy Bean. She is the daughter of Christina and the late Wesley Bean and is being escorted by Christina Bean and Brad Shinner. Kennedy is a 2nd-year varsity cheerleader.
where she has earned 1 letter. She is an honor student and member of the Zane State College Credit Plus program. Kennedy plans to attend Zane State after graduation and study in the nursing program. A message to Kennedy from her family. At the moment I see that beautiful smile on your face, I feel great pride in being your mother. I want you to succeed in everything you set your mind to go further in life than I could ever dream, and to never forget that you will always be my baby girl. And I know that your dad would be so proud of you. He will always be by your side and your guardian angel. We love you so much, Lou. We love Mom, Brad, Eli, Colton, and the rest of the family.
Cheerleader Taylor Greenwald is being escorted by her parents, Travis Newman and Felicity Greenwald. Haley has a 1-year letter in dance, 2-year letter for football and competition cheer, and a 3-year letter for basketball cheer. She currently attends the Middy's Buffalo, Kansas, and Hawaii Skilled Health Technologies program. She has received her SDNA and is currently working towards her phlebotomy certificate. Haley has already entered the workforce as an SDNA and plans on attending college after high school to pursue her bachelor's of science in nursing. Haley, we are very proud of how far you came and what you have already accomplished. You have a very successful future ahead of you. Continue to work hard and set goals, and only the sky's the limit. Have a great rest of the school year, Mom and Dad.
Cheer Captain Leilani Parker, escorted by Chris and Lucy Parker. Leilani is a 3-year letterman in football and basketball cheer. She has been part of the BTHS cheer competition team for 3 years. She is a 2-year academic letterman and has been inducted into the National Honor Society. Leilani has been approved to participate in a social work internship, and she continues to be a part of the College Credit Plus program. Leilani plans to attend Ohio University, where she will earn her master's in social work.
Nana, we are amazed by your kindness, your confidence, and all of the goals you have set for yourself. God gave us one of the biggest blessings when He gave us you. We love you, Nana.
Cheerleader Sydney Snodgrass, who is escorted by her parents Nathan and Rachel Snodgrass. Sydney is a proud member and current captain of the varsity cheerleading squad, lettering all 4 years. She is also lettered in dance and competition cheer. Her plans for the future are to attend college and pursue a degree in the medical field. Sydney Jane, we love you and are so proud of the young lady you've become. Continue to make a difference and be the light in the lives of others. We love you.
We start our band and color guard seniors with Cam Bowman. Cam is being escorted by Josie and Melanie Bowman. Cam's future plans are to attend Ohio University for marine, freshwater, and environmental biology. A message for Cam from Melanie. Cam is the best kid a mother could ever ask for. I'm so proud of her. And a message from Josie. Cam, I am so proud of the person you have grown up to be. I wish you luck at OU and all of the new adventures. You will do amazing things in life. Love, your brother. Miles Carpenter, escorted by Tracy and Clark Carpenter. Carter has lettered in band and has an academic letter. He won Outstanding Musicianship in 2018-19, Outstanding Leadership in 2020-21, and Rookie of the Year in 2021-22. Carter has 2 OMEA solo and ensemble Class A superior ratings and a Historic Programs History Maker medallion. Carter also plays in the jazz and concert bands here at Buckeye Trail. Miles has lettered in band and drama, and activities at Buckeye Trail include band and drama. Carter plans to attend Ohio University and will pursue a career in music or maybe technology. Miles plans to go to the University of Akron for theater and communications. A message for Carter and Miles from your parents. We are so proud of what you've accomplished in your high school years. The leadership and maturity that you have shown will help you along your next path of life. Good luck and enjoy these last several months of your senior year and have fun. Love you, Mom and Dad. Escorted by parents Kurt and Jennifer Loffman. Colton is the vice president of the National Honor Society, has played 6 years in the marching band, is a 2-year member of the Ohio Teen Leadership Council, a 12-year 4-H member, has lettered his band for 3 years, and is a second-year academic letter winner. Plans after graduation are to pursue a career in architectural drafting. Colton, your parents would like to say that they are so proud of you. It's been an honor to watch you grow over the years, and we know that you have so much more greatness ahead of you. Draco Sky Morgan, escorted by Roxanne High, Jess Hogue, and Mia Austin. Draco is a 2-year letter in marching band. After graduation, Draco would like to join the force. A message from Draco's family. Draco, we love you, and no matter what you decide in the future, know that you have family and friends who support you. We are very proud of you. Caitlin Rollins. Caitlin is being escorted by mom and stepdad, Angela and Dustin Steele. At Buckeye Trail, Caitlin is in the color guard and the drama and art clubs. After graduation, Caitlin wants to be an early childhood education intervention specialist and in the future own her own daycare or preschool. Cross-country runner Dawson Morton, escorted by John and Donna Morton. Dawson is a 4-year letterman in cross-country, and his future plans are to attend Cedarville University. Dawson, your mother and I are very proud of you and your accomplishments. Great things are in store for you. We pray for your continued success. Golf senior Brady St. Clair, escorted by Steve and Chris St. Clair. Brady was a 2024 team captain, a 4-year golf letterman, 3-time IBC medalist, 2-time IBC honorable mention, 2022 Warner Award recipient, which is given for leadership and sportsmanship, and our IBC record during Brady's 4 years was 28-7. Brady's plans after graduation are to become a lineman for ADP or join a local co-op. Brady's parents will add, good luck for the rest of your senior year. Keep pursuing your dreams and always remember, your family will always be there to support you. Thank you, seniors and parents, for your time, dedication, and commitment to Buckeye Trail. Good luck, seniors, on the remainder of your senior year and in the future.
Good evening and welcome to beautiful Old Washington, Ohio, and the campus of Buckeye Trail High School to the Bill Baker Activity Complex for Week 10 IVC Showdown. Major playoff implications on the line tonight. It's the visiting Newcomerstown Trojans who come in with a record of 8-1 and solidly secured in the playoffs, looking to get a home game with a big win tonight on the road against your Buckeye Trail Warriors, who come in, win and definitely not win, and wait and see what happens elsewhere. So for Tony Cassandra, I am merely Tom Strasser. Tony is producing our show tonight, filling in for Bryce. And if you're going to be missing the BT Hall of Famer, who is away with family, doing a little family visiting, and obligations, you better bring in another Hall of Famer, and I've done that. The one and only former head coach of the John Glenn Muskies, the one and only John Kelly. And John, you have not been able to wipe that smile off your face, knowing that the way Buckeye Trail loves to run the football, and Newcomerstown comes in and they run the wishbone. So you're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The run game has a special place in my heart. I made a career of it for over 40 years. So, I love to see these teams, hats off to Newcomerstown for, going with an offense that was extremely popular in the 70s. And Trail was running the football as well. And it just, to me, it opens up a lot of things. And to me, it's just real football.
Yeah, and John, it's an exciting night. First of all, you said you did it for 40 years. We want to remind everyone out there, you became a head coach at the age of 10. So, the youngest head coach ever in high school football. But tonight, we've got a great game, and we also get to honor the 1994 football team for the Warriors, first team that ever made the playoffs, as well as the state champions in volleyball and state runners-up in boys volleyball in 94. So a lot of people being honored along with the seniors, but now let's honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. And now we'll join and enjoy the singing of the Buckeye Trail alma mater. All right, so we're about 5.5 minutes from kickoff here, and Buckeye Trail will be receiving the kickoff to start this ball game. And John, we talked about implications, how big they are tonight. Buckeye Trail coming in, they are the 15th seed, and Newcomerstown, they're sitting with only one loss. They're sitting nice in Region 23, secured a playoff spot. Buckeye Trail will win, and they could move up to as high as 12th a loss, Buckeye Trail has it like a 77% chance to still get in. But, crazy things can happen. There are 6 teams vying for 2 playoff spots. The last 2, Buckeye Trail and Rosecrans, they both control their own destiny. Winford, Elgin, and West Jefferson, they are all having to win and need a Buckeye Trail loss. But as a head coach, you got to love taking the field and saying, hey, we 100% control our own destiny.
Absolutely. I've been in this scenario a few times as a head football coach, and it's exciting for the coaches and the players. That's one of the beauties of this expanded playoffs. So many more teams now in the last game of the season are still looking at a potential playoff spot. And I think that's a wonderful thing for the game and for the kids that play it.
Yeah, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in to Caleb Graham Productions. Unfortunately, this is our first game this year. We were not able to live stream. Some people, I'm sure, are aware, but some may not be. Around just before noon today on the campus of Buckeye Trail High School, we lost total internet service, phone service. Everything was down and has continued to be down. Calling the major provider who provides the internet service not only for Buckeye Trail, but for so many schools in the state. There are a lot of schools that have no internet service. Some of the local schools lost it, like Shenandoah, Mideast, Meadowbrook, I know. But they said, John, schools is far down past Steubenville and from here to Marietta. Anyone that has the internet service provided by this company, they had a major line break. So there's just no internet. So we're recording and then uploading. Set the kickoff for the Newcomerstown Trojans will be number 12, Ethan Foster. So we want to thank you again for joining us here on KGP TV as we get ready for a kickoff in what should be a very entertaining, hard-hitting, and a game with a lot of intensity as well. There's a lot on the line. Like we said, Newcomerstown, win or lose, they are definitely in the playoffs, but a win could move them up. And for the Warriors, 100% win and you're in. So here's the kickoff by Foster, and it will go through the end zone. So the Warriors will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Warriors' offensive line, they've been blessed to stay healthy all season long virtually. Be left tackle 64, Nick Taflin. Left guard 56, Wyatt. Center be 67, Cole Porter. Right guard 79, Jackson Hess. Right tackle 72, Bucky Johnson. Your quarterback, number 9, Drew McGlumphy. Fullback, number 12, Travis Dodd. Your tight end is 16, Jace Hickman. Tailback 4, Mason Todd. And then your wide receivers, 11, Lane Wable, and 32, Cason Dennis. So the Warriors are going to spread it out, and they're going to give it to McGlumphy up the middle, and he will pick up, John, about 12 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice gain against Newcomerstown. Came out in an odd front, a 5-3 alignment. And like you say, Trail had them spread out, run the football inside very successfully.
Brody Brickles came up from the secondary for the Trojans to make the tackle. So the Warriors, they've really got it spread. Double stack receivers each side. This will be Travis Dodd, and he will fight for a tough 2 yards on the bottom of the pile there. For Newcomerstown was Bo Black. So second down and 2.
Sticking with that odd man front, free safety in the middle.
So McGlumphy rolling to his right. He's going to tuck it and run it and put his shoulder down, and he will be close to the first down marker. He may be about a yard short. We'll see.
Yeah, that young man is so dangerous on those sprint outs. I've seen him in the past, and he's just really exciting to watch.
And, John, this is first time this year we've seen this offensive setup with the Warriors. Well, now they're going to go 3 wide, but they've been stacking their receivers far outside the numbers, keeping it and getting the first down. This McGlumphy, he's upended, coming in and making the tackle for the Trojans was Tanner Smith.
Yeah, the thing of it is in this in that spread look, if you're able to pop that line of scrimmage, they've got those secondary defenders spread all over the field, so it gives you some running lanes.
So again, single receiver to the right. That is Lane Wable. 3 to the left. Empty backfield. Warriors 1st and 10 from their 48. And they were looking for a quick screen, and that pass is incomplete.
Looks like it really set up well.
So 10:08 here. Opening quarter.
Okay, trail going no huddle all the way.
Yeah, empty backfield. McGlumphy, he'll keep it. He gets a nice block, and he'll be about 3 yards short off the left side there. That was behind Taflin, Connor, and the center Porter.
Okay, this initial drive, the spread formation has been very successful for the Warriors.
And John, spreading the receivers out as wide as they've been, is that just to try to empty the box, some to run it?
Well, exactly. That's what they're doing.
Again, empty backfield, 3rd down and 2, 9.5 minutes left in the quarter. And here's a first down run over the 40 to about the 39-yard line, but forward progress will stop it. They're going to give them to the 39, a gain of 6. So another first down for the Warriors.
Okay, hats off to the Warriors. Very successful drive. Keep it going.
And, John, here they are stacking the receivers far to the left and right. Now here's Travis Dodd. Handoff. He will get maybe 2 yards. Getting off from the bottom of the pile for the Trojans there was Bryce Gibbs. And John Gibbs, he's only a freshman.
Is that right?
Yes, playing defensive tackle, and the Trojans are going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
And John, all year these broadcasts have been possible due to our fine sponsors, and we will mention them throughout the game, and we'll just first give a rundown of our sponsors. The Stop 9 Church of Christ, 360 Burger, Buck Robinson, Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, as well as Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, Cambridge Realty and Investments LLC, Connor Pushkarich of Jacob Vanneman Insurance Agency, Bicon and Bicon Engineering, Deep Cut Tavern, and Marathon Stations. McGlumphy throws it. He's got a man right at the sticks. And making the tackle there was Tanner Smith. And I believe that was Mason Todd who caught that.
And number 9 puts a lot of pressure on the defense with that sprint out, with his ability to run the football. Such a dimension to have.
So, John, they're going to mark Todd a yard short. McGlumphy, I expect him to keep it right up the gut. He breaks it outside, gets a nice block by Brown, from his wide receiver spot, and he will pick up the first down. And John, remember 2 weeks ago when we were here for homecoming against Strasburg, remember Drew McGlumphy did not play.
Exactly.
He was really banged up. He looks real good after playing last week in the Warriors' big win over East Canton. So again, empty backfield. McGlumphy's going to roll out, and he's under pressure. He throws it. Let's see. I don't think he got it to the line of scrimmage. Did he get outside the tackle box?
He was trying to. We'll see what.
There it is.
There it comes. Yep.
And John, did you get a number of that truck who was putting pressure?
No, I did not.
On the blue, be a 5-yard foul, the spot foul, and we lost it down. Okay.
Now, John, I thought in the NFL and college is intentional grounding. Is that just a spot foul? I didn't know they marked yardage off where it happened in high school, because you don't see a lot of those. But McGlumphy gave it a go on trying to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So we'll call this second down in Quaker City to go. 7:54 left here. Opening drive in quarter. Pass over the middle. Wow, it's caught.
Nice reception by that young fellow. Nice reception.
Sammy Brown. And that's Tanner Smith, another tackle. He was there as soon as Brown met there with the football. So that was a bang-bang play. And that gets the Warriors back to a third down and about 18. 7-yard pickup there. McGlumphy rolling out. Looking. He's going to run it. There's the ball's on the ground. We'll see who has it. And there is also
it looked like a flag.
Was that a flag or was that?
I don't know if he was.
Or was that spotting the ball? Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably stepped out of bounds over there.
So the Trojans have the ball.
Rolled right, decided to run. Fumble on the play, recovered by Newcomerstown, but there is a flag on the play.
I tell you what, those penalties at any level, you see it. if you're watching college or professional football, and at high school, they can be devastating. That was one of those devastating penalties.
And John, there was a flag. It was blocking in the back on the Warriors. So, of course, Newcomerstown will decline that. Mm-hmm. And here comes the wishbone. Warriors, you expect 8 in the box here. Quarterback, Clayton Fish. He's a senior, number 9.
Double tight wishbone.
Man, who has the ball?
There's a little counter action. Just... like I say, this is, hats off to that coaching staff for, adopting this 1970s offense that, nobody's going to see it maybe once a year when they play the Trojans. So, I think it's a smart thing to do, smart move.
And it was tough to get the number. That's Harvey who has it there.
Yeah, that was
up the gut. He's going to be short, I think, by a yard, up from making the tackle for the Warriors there.
Yeah, that was the up back, the fullback. It was a quick dive.
That was Nate Taflin on the tackle.
Harvey on the carry, Nate Taflin on the stop for the Warriors.
So the officials, they have stopped play here for a second. Oh, they're going to measure. Okay. So 6 minutes, 22 seconds left here. In the opening quarter. They're going to pull the chain, and he got it.
Yep.
So first down for the Trojans.
Just enough yardage for a first down. The first and 10 Trojans.
I tell you, he got it literally by a couple of chain links.
That was tight. Okay, no mystery what the Trojans are going to do. They're going to run the football. Double tight wishbone, tight splits.
Yeah, no receivers. That gets up. Here's a nice run right at midfield.
That's just a power off tackle. They're dive back to the right or half back, whatever you want to call them. Just a power play off tackle to the left.
Pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line, first and 10 Trojans.
And John, from our angle, he's having a hard time trying to pick up numbers that may have been Greenwald.
It was the right dive back, whoever that is.
So here's that
toss
pitch.
Well defended here. Well defended.
Yeah, he'll get maybe a yard or so. That looked like, was that Wells, number 5?
Yeah, that was that right dive back again. Toss play to him. Fullback and the left dive back were leading on the play.
Now I was just trying to see, is that number 5 or 6?
Well, I know they've got those
Right.
white jerseys and orange
I know.
numbers.
Yeah, and the numbers, yeah. Makes it tough to see. But anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 9. They're gain of 1.
Just a little ISO inside to the right.
Yeah, and not getting much of anything as Travis Dodd cleans that up. And that was Brody Brickles. So Brickles with the carry. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Now, John, most times you would think, hey, obvious passing down, but not with the wishbone.
Not necessarily. You got the option. You got that misdirection that they opened up with. That's part of the plan, I would say.
So 3rd down and 7. Oh, it's going to play action. Fish looking, throws it. It's intercepted. The 35-40 and being knocked out of bounds. Coming up with the interception there is Trey Yanosik.
Trojan pass intercepted by number 8, Trey Yanosik.
Great defensive play by the Trail Warriors. Great defensive play. Not a situation that the Trojans like to be in, a forced passing situation.
And that was play action, and the Warriors did not bite at all.
Oh, no.
They flooded the passing lanes. So the Warriors have it. 5:14 left in the opening quarter. 1st down and 10. Quick pitch. It's intercepted.
Wow.
And this could go all the way. 30, 20. Oh, Sammy Brown saves the touchdown. And was that number 80? Oh, where's my binoculars?
Pass intercepted. Returned by the Trojans to the 5-yard line. They'll take over 1st and goal.
Hell, it was the outside linebacker in that 5-2 defensive front.
And boy, I tell you what, he just jumped it.
He does, he picked it. He's sitting right on the inside of that pass.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to call a touchdown and give credit to Sammy Brown, who ran him down first and go at the 5. Here's a run and up the gut. Touchdown for the Trojans.
Yeah, that was that misdirection counter play that they opened the ball game with.
Yeah, and that's Dominic Singer, the junior, and he was as close to untouched as you could get. So the Trojans are the first ones on the board here with 4:58 remaining here in the opening quarter.
One contrast I noticed right off in these two football teams, Trail's going to be in the spread, a lot of no huddle stuff, and whereas Newcomerstown, they take their time in the huddle. They walk to the line of scrimmage. They eat up the clock.
So here's an extra point by the Trojans. Wow, what a strong leg there. The kick is up. And it's right down the pipe there by Foster. So 4:57 remaining here in the opening quarter. And the Trojans capitalize off the second turnover by the Warriors and get on the board first. 5-yard run by Singer, and they lead the Warriors 7-0. 4:57 left here. We'll take our first time out and be right back. Kick that will be picked up at about the 8-yard line by Brown. Whoa, he hurdles a guy. And will go down about the 26-yard line. And that interception was by J.J. Justice. And, John, another freshman for the Trojans making a big play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's impressive. You got those young guys that are able to step on the field and make contributions like they are. 3-by-1 spread look.
And that's going to be Dodd who goes off the right side. And he'll be upended there by Martin Hernandez.
Inside zone run by the Warriors.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
So they'll give Dodd about 3 yards.
Yeah, that defensive front of the Newcomerstown is pretty stout.
So again, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Keeping it is going to be McGlumphy, and he will get to about the 37-yard line.
McGlumphy on the carry.
They're going to mark him at the 36, so a yard short.
For the Warriors.
And the Warriors, 3rd and short, they have loved the empty backfield. And McGlumphy run it, but he's got Travis Dodd back there with him. And that's not a bad option either. Dodd will get it, and he will get the first down as a host of Trojans knock him back.
Yeah, inside zone run again, to this time to the left. First down.
Brickles and Hernandez for the Trojans among the tacklers there. So 3:35 clock running here in the opening quarter. Buckeye Trail looking to respond, and here's the wishbone for the Warriors.
Yeah, very effective.
Wow, getting a nice run up to the 45. That's going to be Blake Wable.
Power off tackle to the left.
Picks up 7 yards.
Right halfback.
2nd and 3.
Wable had about 127 yards on the ground to lead the Warrior attack that rushed for over 300 last week against East Canton.
Same play again, same side, same play.
Yeah, Josh Harvey comes up to hit Wable, but Wable fell forward. And again, another 3rd and 1. And Dodd, I don't think he got it.
It was close. Depends on the spot there.
Yeah, now, he got it after the scrum, but they blew the whistle, and I think he's still short. So now it's going to be 4th and inches. Warriors, they're going to keep their offense on the field, but Coach Kearns, he wants a measurement. And John, we're talking about the wishbone, the Warriors, they thought last week against East Canton that they would just kind of put it on film and just, dabble with it a few plays. They had so much success that they thought, hey, let's run this some more and then make it part of our game plan this week.
Yeah, nice change up. I like the look. Again, the fact that, not a lot of teams see this.
But John, I want to ask you, should Newcomerstown, of all the teams playing, should they be the most comfortable defending a wishbone, since that's what they see in practice all the time?
Yeah, one would think, that they're certainly familiar with it. They know all the ins and outs of that offense.
So 2:31 left, 4th down, and inches for the Warriors. And we'll see if the Warriors QB sneak it or what. I tell you, Newcomerstown, they've got some beef on that defensive line.
Yeah, they're impressive up front.
4th and inches. McGlumphy, second effort, will get the first down.
Yeah.
The first hit, he was stood up. And boy, there's some, here comes a flag, and you hate to see that. There's some extracurricular activity going on after the play. Now, the first down was secure, so this should be a dead ball foul. We just don't know on who. So there's the first down sign given. Or is it offsetting?
Personal foul, 16 blue. It'd be first down, it'd be 1st and 10.
Oh.
15-yard penalty.
So that, wow. Yeah, that's a big penalty there. So, Johnson, since it's a dead ball foul, is it still 1st and 10? You just back it up 15? I guess so.
Yep.
Yeah, so. So it's still 1st down and 10, but you lose 15 yards.
Trails back in the spread.
And let's see, the Warriors wanted a timeout, and they'll take one. 2:11 left, and John, here's a good opportunity for us to thank some of our fine sponsors with 2:11 left here in the first quarter. Stop 9 Church of Christ, cheering on all our local student athletes. 360 Burger, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. Buck Robinson, proud sponsor of the Warriors and all our local area teams. Call Buck Robinson for all your large equipment, parts, and supply needs. Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by Bears Den Steakhouse, located on Route 40, for the best steaks around. And Dennis Doubt says, go Warriors. So once again, we want to thank our fine sponsors who have made this 2024 season for the Warrior home games a possibility. So it's 1st down and 10. And now the Warriors single back. That's Dodd, 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. McGlumphy pass. He's got Hickman, and Hickman gets up the sideline, and he'll get a 1st down back to about the 49-yard line.
Big play by the Warriors. Big play. They needed that.
And, John, sometimes as a coach you like to see things. Fortunately, Jace Hickman was the one who drew the personal foul of 15 yards. Mm-hmm. He gets the completion and gets the 15 yards back. So now it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 48. So that will make him feel good. Here's a quick pass. It's high and it's intercepted. And taking it all the way back inside the 10. Is that Singer?
Dominic Singer.
Yes.
Came out of the defensive secondary.
Yeah, that's Dominic Singer.
8-yard line where the Trojans will take.
So that is the 3rd turnover for the Warriors here in the first quarter, 1:54 left, and the Trojans, they only needed one play to go 5 yards. Their last possession here, they're inside the 10-yard line, and it'll be first and goal at the 8. So Clayton Fish, quarterback, he gives it to Harvey up the middle, and he doesn't have much. Travis Dodd in there.
Josh Harvey on the carry, brought down by Travis Dodd.
Yeah, that was the first phase of the triple. We haven't seen them run a triple option yet, but they evidently have it in their arsenal.
And I believe Briar Walter was also in on the stop for the Warriors. So now gain of 1 by Harvey. Fish gives it to Singer, and that's the play they scored on.
Yeah.
And he scores there from 7 yards out. So Dominic Singer, boy, was he big on that possession. Not only the 7-yard touchdown, but he set it up on the big interception return of about 54 yards. So just like that, the Trojans with 1:08 now lead 13-0. Extra point coming up by Foster.
Yeah, that was that counter play again that they've had so much success with.
There's the snap, good snap, and good kick. I tell you, Foster, boy, he's got a strong leg. Boots it through, so with 1:08 left, Newcomerstown on the strength of a 5-yard run by Singer and a 7-yard touchdown run as they lead the Warriors 14-0 here with 1:08 left here in the first quarter. So, John, do you think Buckeye Trail naturally could be a little shell-shocked?
Yeah, I think, as a coach, you hate penalties, you hate turnovers. It's just, those things just, and especially, when they're happening, like they've happened so far in this football game. So it's a challenge, overcoming those things.
So Newcomerstown's defense, a lot of talk about their high-powered offense, and rightfully so. But, hey, their defense has also been outstanding, and the Trojans showing everyone why they could be hosting Week 11 next week for the playoffs. This kick fielded at about the 7 by Sammy Brown, and he's got running room up the middle. He'll get to about the 30, and he will be dropped down.
Sammy Brown returns it. Martin Hernandez on the stop for the Trojans.
So the Trojans have kind of quieted the big blue crowd here.
Yeah.
Really a big crowd. Nice crowd from Newcomerstown. And a big one, as always, for the Warriors. So 3 receivers to the left, 58 seconds left in the opening quarter. There's a little dump pass over the middle to Brown. And he will get about a yard short.
Drew McClumpy's pass complete to Sammy Brown.
And coming up.
Good enough for 11 yards and a Warrior first down.
Oh, he got forward progress there.
Well executed play. They have that trips to the left, and they pull that outside linebacker outside in coverage.
That was Smith on the tackle. Here's McGlumphy going up the middle, and he will be drugged down after about a 3-yard gain.
McGlumphy up the middle, tackled by number 46, Gary Coffey.
Yeah, all you need is 3, then you're on pace to get that first down.
Hernandez and Coffey on the tackle for the Trojans, and that should end the first quarter. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Warriors from their own 46. And after 1 quarter of play, here from Old Washington, your score, Newcomerstown 14, Buckeye Trail 0. We'll take a timeout and be back for second quarter action here on KGP.
I can't think of his name right now.
All right, so here's a little swing pass. It is caught about 2 yards short of the first down. The completion goes to Sammy Brown.
Lumpy to Sammy Brown. Stopped right at midfield. Be 3rd and 2 for the Warriors.
And John, I know we have a lot of time left, but this just seems like a huge drive for the Warriors, because with the way Newcomerstown plays, they're going to limit the amount of possessions you get.
Exactly.
McGluffy keeps it up the middle, and he will get the first down. Nice lead blocking there by Bucky Johnson, as McGluffy gets about 6 yards on the play.
Johnson picks up enough yardage for a Warrior first down.
Yeah, if we can get a drive here and get a score.
Gibbs, one of the Trojans, on the tackle. So 1st and 10, ball at the 47, just underway here in the second quarter. McGluffy throw over the middle. Oh, wow. And that was Lane Wable. And he got hit by Tanner Smith. And, boy, it takes a lot of guts to go over the middle on the slant.
Yeah, well timed on that hit. Well executed play, but hard to hang on to a play like that.
But Wable, what a tough kid. He just bounces right up. So now 3 receivers to the short side of the field here. Travis Dodd to his left. McGluffy under pressure. And he's way back at his 30 looking to get rid of the football. He does. Throws it deep. It is incomplete. Intended, I believe, for Mason Todd. So McGluffy able to save what would have been about a 23-yard loss.
And most of that pressure was coming from that front 3 defensively. So their legs got to be a little tired right now.
but John, you look at, I talked about their size, but their speed right there. Because normally some defensive tackles, quarterbacks can, just take their time and get to the perimeter, as the Warriors will take a timeout. So we'll thank some more of our sponsors here with 10:16 left here in the second quarter. The Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center provides mental health and addiction services to children, adolescents, and adults wherever it is most convenient, home, community, or school setting. Located in downtown Old Washington, call Mandy McGluffy at 740-489-5571 for any questions. Old Washington Presbyterian Church, a proud sponsor of the Warriors. Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, looking for a family restaurant to tailgate at before the big game? Visit Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant on East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. So 3rd down and 10 for the Warriors, with the ball at the 47 of Newcomerstown. 3 receivers to the left. McGluffy will keep it, gets a nice kick out block, and he's got a first down and then some, as he is tripped up by Bo Black, but not before McGluffy will get about 16 yards.
That was a well-timed play, too, because he ran opposite of where the Trojans were stunning a linebacker. which left them now with one linebacker in the middle. So well executed play.
So that was a huge first down for the Warriors. 9:50 clock running. First down and 10 from the 31, empty backfield. McGlumphy looking, still looking. He's got all kinds of time. Comes back to the other side, and Wable will be tackled at about the 21. That should be another first down, and it is. And, John, it looked like that pass play was designed to go left. Nobody was open. McGlumphy rolled back to the other side and looked like maybe found his fourth option. So first down and 10, the ball at the 20, the Warriors. Down 2 scores. McGlumphy keeps it. He's got running room, 20, 15. 15-yard line, tackled by Brickles, and that should be another first down. Oh, no, they're going to mark him. No, they're going to give it to him. All right, I thought he had it.
Good enough for a Warrior first down.
So 3 receivers to the right here. First and 10, ball at the 11. McGlumphy keeps it, and he will be dropped there immediately. Looked like by Harvey, the linebacker.
Yep.
Tackled by Josh Harvey.
Play side linebackers able to
1
slip
yard
in
gain,
there.
second and 9.
And, John, most of you coaches would prefer first and 10 at the 11 than the 10-yard line, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
There's a chance to pick up an extra 4 downs if you can get it to the 1. And you got to think the Warriors in 4-down territory right here. But there's only 5 seconds on the play clock.
Going to see the wishbone.
They get it off.
Power.
Todd has it, and he will be dropped there by Smith.
Down to the 6-yard line. Brought down by
Oh, and I tell you, McGlumphy is sick. They're going to take a timeout. As John, he's throwing up on the field.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
So they'll while they take a timeout. And I wonder, if the Warriors, if the officials. No, I think the officials, they just took the timeout. He come to the side. You could see he was bent over. And I didn't know if they were going to get the play off. He ran, got under center, took it, and then.
pick up on 4 yards, brings up 3rd and 6.
Wow.
Poor kid, he been over. So now that's going to be Travis Dodd. He'll run the Wildcat, and he turns the corner, cuts it up to the 1.
I think he's in.
They're going to mark him down just short, but that's a first down.
Rumbled to about the half-yard line.
He needed to get to
First
the
and goal for the Warriors.
1, so
There's that Wildcat look that you were telling me about.
yeah, John, they ran it when McGlumphy got banged up, as McGlumphy's back on the field against Shenandoah. They ran it the entire second half. So Travis Dodd, he's ran it a lot. Here's a quarterback sneak. Did McGlumphy get in? We're waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Touchdown, Warriors. 7:28 left here in the second quarter. And a big-time money drive by the Warriors as they go about 70 or 71 yards to answer the Trojan score. And now I think the Warriors will line up to go for 2.
That was a big score for the Warriors. They need to assert themselves because they've been able to move the football. It's just, costly penalties and turnovers that have change the course of this game.
And McGlumphy, he'll keep it, and he'll go in for the 2-point conversion. 7:28 left here in the second quarter. And the Warriors back in it. Scored Newcomerstown 14, Buckeye Trail 8. We'll take a timeout and be back for the kickoff that will head back to Newcomerstown. All right, 7:28 left. A 1-yard touchdown plunge by Drew McGlumphy, as well as the 2-point conversion run by Drew McGlumphy. So McGlumphy overcomes some projectile on putting on that on the field. The answer back with the touchdown, the squib kick here, and the Warriors nicely cover that up. So it'll be Trojan ball at about the 31-yard line. That's Nick Tavlin.
Okay, we're going to see a big slowdown in the football game right now.
Oh, yeah. And John, people just go back. Last year, week 10 of the football season, this game at Newcomerstown. Newcomerstown led by 2 scores, had shut the Warriors out. Drew McGlumphy, as a freshman, came in under 5 minutes left, directed the Warriors to 2 touchdowns and the win. So here's a fumble, and I think the Warriors have it.
Yes.
Let's see who comes up with it.
That was big.
Oh, is that huge? And coming up with it was Kyler Chase. Wow.
That was big.
So the Trojans put it on the carpet there, and that just looked like
that was that toss.
Just looked, yeah.
It looked like a sloppy execution. I don't know if the ball hit his leg when he's reversing out on that. That's what it appeared to be from here, but a big play for the Warriors.
So the Warriors have it first down from the 27. McGlumphy, he'll keep it. 30, 20, breaks a tackle. Inside the 10, another juke to the 2-1.
Wow. What an impressive run by that young quarterback.
As Harvey knocks him out, looks like at the 1, an electrifying 26-yard run by McGlumphy.
First and goal, Warriors from the 2-yard line.
So first and down, go from the 2 and being stood up or pushed in.
Looks like the push got it.
Yeah, let's see.
Waiting for a signal.
They're waiting, still waiting. Where's the Jeopardy music when you need it? And they're gonna say he is short.
Wow.
Now, John, you mentioned the tush push.
Yeah.
In the game here against Malvern scored, and they got called for a penalty. Yeah, for pushing the runner in. I didn't know that was it. So here's McGlumphy. He keeps it from the 1. Touchdown, Warriors. So just like that, in the span of 36 seconds, the Warriors have scored 2 touchdowns. And, John, they can take the lead here with the 2-point conversion.
Well, that was such an impressive turnaround, the running of that quarterback.
Yeah,
big
and
time,
boy,
big time run.
There is still a big pile-up, and Coach Kearns yelling for his guys to get back. They signaled touchdown.
They sure look like he scored from here. I don't know what the...
No, I thought one of the refs, he signaled a touchdown. I don't... Oh, there's an injured player. Okay. So the Warriors, wow, do they answer back. 6:53 left. And at 35 seconds, John, the Warriors were down 35 seconds ago. They were down 14-0. Now it's tied with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, big turnaround for the Warriors. This is so impressive. I know this is, what you look for out of your football team. Hanging in there and taking advantage of the opportunities that come your way.
And, John, again, I don't know what Drew McGlumphy ate for lunch that obviously didn't set good on his stomach, but since he got that out of his system, he looks like he's gone another gear here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So the Warriors, they had been almost automatic most of the year on their two-point conversions. Give Strasburg credit 2 weeks ago. They stopped all but one of them. So Warriors looking to take the lead. The same play. Can McGlumphy get in? And he is going to be stopped just short. Yeah. Boy, someone came in and hit him low, and he's still down. Hopefully he's all right. And that is Tanner Smith. And he's limping off. But it was Smith there who saved that two-point conversion. So
now you talked about that assisting the runner penalty. What was that, last week?
No, at Malvern here a few weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, in all my years of coaching, I saw it called one time, and it was against our football team, of course, but one time.
The junior class has
rarely is it called.
Vegetable soup at their concession
So McGlumphy went back-to-back touchdown runs, and hey, Warriors, you turned the ball over your first 3 possessions. They didn't blink. The mental toughness there, and brand new game here, 6:53. We were calling for an instant classic tonight, and so far this game has not disappointed.
Yeah, that was so impressive. Yeah, hats off to the Warriors for hanging in there and getting the opportunity and capitalize on it.
Todd squib kick, as that's going to go out of bounds, but it went off the hands of Austin Smith, one of the upbacks, so there won't be a penalty.
Yeah, if he touches us, balls, that's it.
Trojans will take over 1st and 10.
And John, as a coach, very familiar with the wishbone. The last offensive play for Newcomerstown, the fumble exchange on the quick toss, that's something they usually can do in their sleep.
No, exactly, and rarely does that happen.
And you had a chance to talk to Coach Hartmeyer before the game. He mentioned that play and said, wow, he said they are tough to stop with that. So 1st and 10, and here's play action. Fish throws it. He's got a man wide open. And being dropped at the 37-yard line, that's Singer.
Number 5, Dominic Singer.
Unosik on the tackle for the Warriors, along with Mason. Actually, I thought that was Mason Todd who maybe was there on the tackle.
Yeah, that was just a keep pass off their power run play, and 2 receivers. You had a guy running the flag and the flat. Well executed.
And I'm just curious how many times Newcomerstown has thrown the ball on 1st down this season. Here's that toss pitch, and they fumbled it again, John, but this time they get on it as Kyler Chase was in there looking to get his 2nd fumble recovery.
Yeah, that was a little variation of that toss. It was a quick pitch to the dive back to the right, and a little variation of that play. Almost came back to bite him.
Yeah. But, man, that's
It'll be about 2nd and 20 for the Trojans.
So 2nd down and 20 as the Trojans. They have to get the ball to the 47-yard line. 5:35 clock running. And they're going to get the Warriors, I think, offsides.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. Maybe 5 yards.
As the Trojans will pick up 5 of those yardage back, so now it's going to be 2nd and 15. So remember, Newcomerstown will get the ball to start the second half.
Exactly.
The Warriors with 5:25, they would love to get the ball back here going into halftime. The crossbuck action there, and there's a nice run by Singer, and he's going to get the first down to about the 49.
That guy is so quick.
Yes, he is. That's about a 19-yard gain. John, you're right. Dominic Singer, we just know he's a junior.
That takes up enough yardage for a first down Trojan.
But they don't have the weight and height on the roster that we have.
Not at all.
So that's, Newcomerstown showing some mental toughness there. They're overcoming a 1st and 20. Fish hands it off, and there's another big gain of about 6 yards.
Power play off tackle to the right. And again, they are going to eat the clock up.
Yeah, that was Brickles on the tackle.
6 yards, 2nd and 4.
So a gain of 6.
I mean, they've got a huddle 8 yards off the line of scrimmage.
That is old school. First of all, just huddling is old school.
Yeah. And you watch them sprint to the line of scrimmage. They use every second.
John, I got to ask you a huddling question here after this play. That looks like Singer. Boy, is he quick. He's going to get to about the 38-yard line. Travis Dodd
Dominic Singer on the carry.
in on the hit along with Walter.
Wyatt Connor, Briar Walter.
And Wyatt Connor as well. But you're talking about them huddling 8 yards off. Mm-hmm. Did you ever have any teams when they broke the huddle, they didn't really know where they were at, and they were like 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, and they all had to do a full sprint to get to the line? Yeah. That happened back in my day a good bit.
Yeah.
We never could just get 8 yards. We were all over the place.
I see it every Sunday watching my grandson.
Fish going long. It's 1-on-1. He caught it. What a catch. Tanner Smith. That was excellent coverage there by Sammy Brown.
Fish, pass, caught.
Big play by
for a Trojan touchdown.
Newcomerstown Trojans. One receiver route.
And remember what Coach Hartmeyer also said about Fish, their quarterback. He says, they run it here, misdirection here, wishbone there, and then when he drops back, he can throw it downfield.
That was a well-thrown play, well-defended play. The Newcomerstown just came up with the ball. Big play.
So the extra point is up, and it is good. So Newcomerstown, they go up by 7.
Extra point up and good.
3:25 left here in the first half. So I'll tell you what, we'll step aside, take a quick timeout, and see what the Warriors can do here in the final 3:25 of the first half. TD pass. Fish to Smith has given Newcomerstown back the lead at 21-14. Thanks for joining us here on KGP TV, and thanks Tony filling in for Bryce here, producing our show. As Mason Todd cuts up, he's got running room over the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
Big return. Gives him some field position and some time.
Brought down by Ethan Foster.
Foster and Jackson Smith on the tackle for Newcomerstown.
Warriors will take take over, 1st and 10.
So, Coach, the Warriors, they have one timeout, 3:13 left. They need about 58 yards. And remember, clock stops on every first down. Here's Blake Wable, and he will get over the 45 to about the 46, a gain of about 2.
Inside the zone run.
And that was, looked like Spencer Ebersball on the tackle, along with Harvey.
Second and 8 for the Warriors.
So 2nd down and 8, 2:40 clock running. And the Warriors, there was something Coach Kearns didn't like what he seen on the offensive set, so they'll take a timeout, and we'll thank the rest of our sponsors here with 2:36 left in the first half. Darcy A. Wakefield, Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, want to show off a beautiful smile after a big Warrior win. Darcy Wakefield can take care of your dentistry or orthodontics needs. Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC. Cambridge Realty and Investments has teamed up with Falk Auctioneering. We proudly support Warrior student athletes and the FCA. Call us when you're ready to talk real estate and auctioneering. Find us on Facebook. We will work for you. So now 2nd down and 8 for the Warriors. 3 receivers to the left. Jace Hickman, the tight end, out to the right. McGlumphy keeps it, and they like that play. 40, 30, 20, 10, and he will be knocked out of bounds at about the 2-yard line by Tanner Smith.
That was just pretty amazing by that young man. You know, what a run. That was an incredible run.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Warriors from the 3.
So that was let's see where they mark it, about the 3-yard line. So about a 52-yard run there by McGlumphy. Hands off to Mason Todd. He cuts through. Touchdown, Warriors. John, we showed up for what we thought was a football game. It's turned into a track meet.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the Warriors needed right at that point. Come back from that big play by Newcomerstown with a big play of their own. It's one way you handle those situations. Got a spread look now on the 2-point play.
So the Warriors looking to take the lead here, down 1. 3 receivers to the right. Wable, they fake it, and McGlumphy will keep it, and he'll go into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Warriors back on top. 22-21. Wow.
Number 9, just so impressive, so patient, making those reads on the big run he had, and on that 2-point conversion, very impressive. And he's a sophomore.
Yes, that may be the best thing, and we'll thank our sponsors, Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vandeman Insurance Agency. Looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage, Connor Pushcarriage is your man. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vandeman Insurance Agency. Bicon and Bicon Engineering, wishing the Warriors and all our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with family and friends. And there's a squib kick, and it is That is Singer, who has at the 25. He'll get to about the 32. And John, Marathon Stations. Fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington and Cambridge. Again, we want to thank our fine sponsors who has made our broadcast this season possible. And again, this is a tape delay game simply because no internet service at so many schools in this part of the state after a major line break took it out about noon across the state. Here's Singer, and he breaks one tackle and will fall to about the 38. So Unosic in on the tackle.
That counter play, that's been their go-to play this entire first half.
And, John, how big is this? Newcomerstown, they're down 1, under 2 minutes left. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half. You don't want to give up a touchdown. Of course, anytime you don't. But, you know, they could steal a possession and get 2 in a row here.
Yeah, power play off tackle to the right.
And that's Ty McGluffy will drop him for about a yard on the Brickles carry.
You know, one thing we haven't seen this first half is a punt.
No, you're right. Four turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's either been a touchdown or a turnover on every possession.
Right.
But wow, what an entertaining game. 2 quality football teams doing battle here in week 10. So 3rd down and 2.
Power off tackle to the right.
Yeah, Brickles, and he gets stood up. There, that's going to be the sophomore Nate Taflin. And John, Nate Taflin, he's only a sophomore, 6'3", 335, and you can see he has nimble feet.
Yeah, he can move.
Now, John, Newcomerstown, there's 19 seconds. Newcomerstown, they could elect to run this play clock down, call timeout, and then go for it because there will be 6 seconds left, 5 seconds left, 6 seconds. So now I'll give you the coach's headsets. What do you do here? Wishbone team, 5 seconds left. Do you risk, running a play or dropping back, throwing it downfield, running out the block, or do you punt the football?
Well, I think, the coaching staff, they know what the capabilities of their football team is, and they know, what they're up against, a quality football team. So, to me, I think they're going to run their best play. Whether that be a run play or a pass play, most likely it'd be a run play.
So you don't expect them to punt the football neither here with only 5 seconds left?
Not really, but maybe they will. Be our first punt if that's the case.
And the Warriors are not, they don't look to be.
No,
they don't think they're going to punt neither unless they're going to come after this one. So the Warriors, they don't have anybody back. They're starting to cheat back a little bit. And, there's the punt.
Get away from it.
And, this will end the first half. So as that ball's going to roll down at about the 31. And that is the last play of an entertaining first half from Old Washington. Your score at the half, Buckeye Trail 22, Newcomerstown 21. We're going to step aside and enjoy a big halftime here as we will hear from the Newcomerstown Marching Band as well as the Buckeye Trail Marching Band under the tutelage of Doug Hanna, as well as the Buckeye Trail will honor 3 teams from the 1994 season. The first will be the 1994 football team, first ever playoff team in Buckeye Trail history under the legendary and late great Bill Starr. And then the 94 volleyball team, the girls, they won state under the direction of Jeff Beers, as well as the boys volleyball team in 1994. I believe they made a run to state as well. So a lot of honoring, but first we'll turn it over and hear from the bands. 22-21 Warriors at the half.
Good evening. Tonight we proudly present the Newcomerstown Marching Trojans under the direction of Caleb Bradley, assisted by Sarah McVeigh, Madison Halsey, Marilyn Berkshire, and Erin Jones. Tonight we present our show Songs of Travel, beginning with the viral hit Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, followed by Life is a Highway from the Pixar film Cars. We conclude with Moana's We Know the Way. Sit back, relax, and hit the road with us.
gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of Eastern Guernsey County. The Warrior Marching Band! The Warrior Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Doug Hanna, Assistant Band Directors Madison Galloway, Tiffany Scanlon, Percussion Assistant Gavin Brown, and Color Guard Instructor Brenda Shepard. Our first performance is by American singer-songwriter Gwen Stefani. It's a hip-hop song that drew its influence from the 80s, released in 2005, and became the first digital download to sell 1 million copies. Here is Alabaster. Our next performance is a song by Cascada released in 2006. It reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and the track was certified platinum in the United States. Here is Every Time We Touch. Our final performance is a song by American heavy metal band Twisted Sister. This song reached number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it Twisted Sister's only top 40 single. Here is We're Not Gonna Take It. We would like to thank our parents, students, athletic department, school board, administration, and community of East Guernsey Schools for their continued support of the marching band program.
Today we celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the 1994 first playoff appearance for the football team of Buckeye Trail High School. We are also celebrating the 1994 state champions of Division III volleyball. And also, in the spring of 1995, our boys volleyball team was the state runner-up. 30 years is a long time, But the class of 1994 and 1995 school year was a phenomenal group of athletes. They were friends on and off the field and on and off the court. They showed tremendous dedication, loyalty, hard work, and most importantly, teamwork. They loved one another all throughout their years of high school. The football team of 1994 had a record of 11-2. We would like to take a moment of silence now to remember their coach and former players who have gone on before us. If you would please join me in a moment of silence in remembrance of Coach Bill Starr. If you ever played for Bill Starr, you would know what BFDB means. It stands for Big Fat Dumb Boys who play the line, and they needed to get out there and hit somebody. Bill Starr coached a football team that played smash mouth bloody football. And if you ever hear Coach Kearns out there at the end of a game, nay, 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 Nakatoya, that came from Coach Bill Starr. Let's have a round of applause for the 1994 football team. The 1994 girls volleyball team had a record of 27-1, and they finished as the Division III state champions. The 1995 boys volleyball team were the state runners-up with a record of 30-5. During that time, there were no divisions yet for boys volleyball, so they played everyone. Let's hear it for the 1995 boys volleyball team. Both the 1994 girls and the 1994 boys were coached by the man, the myth, and the legend, Coach Jeff Barrett. To show us exactly what Warrior Pride is all about and the Buckeye Trail tradition, I would like for you in the stands to join us now. If you or your parents or your grandparents graduated from Madison, Quaker, or Old Washington, please stand. Please remain standing. If you graduated from Zane Trace High School, please stand. If you graduated or your sibling graduated from Buckeye Trail, please stand. We want to thank all of you for being part of this community and this tradition of excellence. And always remember, it's a great day to be a warrior.
I want my red muscle to clear over down there one day. They were playing for Schleich. They were red team.
All right, welcome back. And we are getting set for the start of the second half. What an entertaining first half. Both teams combined for 43 points as there's a squib kick. Picked up by the up back in Newcomerstown. Will start with pretty good field position up around their own 40-yard line. So, John, how do you think Trail has done against this Wishbone. Like we said, it's not the easiest defense to defend, especially when this is the first time you're seeing it all year.
Well, I think that's the big advantage that they have. It's, this is new. Not everybody's running that offense these days. And so I think they've done an exceptional job.
So hand off to Singer, and he gets buried up. McGlumphy there, as well as Blake Wable.
Yeah, the power off tackle out of the Wishbone. Although this is the first time I've seen them with a split end to the right side. Most of the time they're lined up in two tight ends. So they did a variation of their
and that was
formation. Yeah,
that was Singer on the carry. Singer had led Newcomerstown with 58 yards on 8 carries in the first half.
There's that counter play again.
Wow, and exploding for a first down to about the 50. So you lose 3, and then you pick up about 16.
Yeah, they just haven't had an answer to that particular play. That's been a real killer for them.
And I tell you, John, Singer, he just explodes through the line.
He's just so quick. I mean, he's on them before they can react.
So the Warriors, again, a win. They are in, no doubt. A loss, it's the wait-and-see game. So Fish hands off to Singer. And again, he will pick up about 4 yards as Travis Dodd. Glumphy, along with Wyatt Connor on the tackle, but not till a gain of 4.
Again, off tackle play, power play, out of the Wishbone set. I have not seen an option run yet. I don't know if it's in their repertoire, but now they've got a split end. Traditional set, Wishbone set in the backfield.
Oh, and that's going to be a illegal procedure. We haven't had many flags.
No, really haven't.
And that may be the first false start penalty. So the Trojans, it was 2nd and 6, and now they're back behind the sticks at 2nd and 11. First drive of the third quarter. If you're just joining us, Newcomerstown jumped out after the Warriors turned it over. Their first 3 possessions, Newcomerstown cashed 2 of them in for touchdowns, led 14-0. Then the Warriors answered with 2 touchdowns back on their own to tie it. And here's the little hook and ladder play, but there's a flag back in the secondary. John, could that have been a delay a game?
We're looking for a signal from the official.
Because I believe that's the the referee who's in charge. There was 0 on the play clock. They're going to wave it off.
Wow.
So, hey, that's going 80s. Football right there, the old hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder. I can't remember a football team we didn't have that play in it.
And that was thanks to the Miami Dolphins playoff game against the Chargers.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
And they showed us a different formation that time again. They were in an unbalanced set. Double tight set now, Wishbone in the backfield.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Toss sweep.
The Singer, and he's got running room.
He is so quick on his feet.
Yes, he is. He'll get to about the 26. Case and Dennis coming up from the secondary. And, John, have you noticed any slight adjustments Newcomerstown has made coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've showed some different formations out of their Wishbone. Of course, that hook and ladder was huge. They hadn't shown anything like that.
And we didn't see many pitches because the first two they tried, they fumbled.
Yeah.
On the pitch.
Double take, power, off tackle.
Yeah, and that's Brinkles. He will be tackled by Dodd. But Brinkles, an impressive drive. This is the most impressive drive Newcomerstown has had on the night.
Yeah, I would agree. 'Cause, you know, they mixed in some formations, and and of course that hook and ladder that was a big success.
So now 1st and 10, ball at the 16. 3.5 minutes gone here in the third quarter.
Same play again.
Yeah, that's over the right side, and he will get down to about the 13-yard line.
Well, Newcomerstown, what they've shown is so far, they're clearly a power wishbone football team.
Yes, and Wyatt Connor on the tackle. So a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 with the ball at the 12. Here's that quick pitch to Singer. He gets a nice kick-out block, cuts it up, and he should have the first down, as I think he's going to get to about the 5.
Singer on the carry. Brought down by Sammy Brown.
Sammy Brown on the tackle.
Close enough for a measurement. Nope, they're giving him the first down.
So now it's going to be 1st and goal. And again, every time Singer, number 5, gets the football, almost like you hold your breath.
Yeah.
Credit Newcomerstown's offensive line. They've really imposed their will on this opening drive. There's that quick pitch. The Singer, he turns the corner. He'll be stood up, but then he breaks a couple of tackles. Let's see if he got in. Touchdown, Trojans, as they're going to say he got in just inside the pylon from about 6 yards. And Newcomerstown's back on top, 27-22, with the extra point coming. So Singer with the 6-yard touchdown run. And that is, John, that's his 3rd touchdown.
He's an impressive young back, I'll tell you that. So quick.
Foster. He is money right down the middle. So with 6:56 left, Newcomerstown, they go back up 28-22. Now, John, we were talking about some games that we would be keeping an eye on in case Buckeye Trail comes out on the short end. Remember, Newcomerstown, they're sitting in the 7th spot. A win, they're secured of hosting a playoff game. West Jefferson was one team the Warriors would need to lose. If they lost, West Jefferson's losing 26-0 at the half. Elgin, another team battling Buckeye Trail for one of the last 2 spots, they lead 20-14 at the half. Winford, a team the Warriors would need to lose, they're down 42-0. And Rosecrans right now, Rosecrans is sitting in the 16th spot. Now they would jump Buckeye Trail if they win and the Warriors lose. Rosecrans at the half leads Millersport 9-0. So we'll, be checking on those games throughout. But Buckeye Trail, they can make it so simple if they're able to get a win. But they still got work to do, down 6. And Todd on the return, and Tanner Smith, number 7 for Newcomerstown. He's one of the better tacklers we've seen from the secondary this season. and on special teams as well. Man, I tell you, John, there hasn't been many missed tackles. The one thing on both sides, boy, there's been a lot of helmets to the football.
Yep. Well, I think that speaks well of both programs. That last game of the regular season, they both teams came to play, no question about it.
Yeah, two well-coached teams as McGlumphy does a little spinner Rooney, and he gets over to 35. He'll get about 6 yards. We'll see where they mark him.
He's coming up gimping, though, in that.
Yeah, he's battled. He went out of the Shenandoah game with an ankle injury.
Mm-hmm.
And now on that spin move, you almost wonder if he got wrapped up. He is still kind of fighting it with plenty of time on the play clock. 2nd and 4.
Inside zone play, nice gain. Nice gain, nice run.
And that's Travis Dodd. He needed 4, and I think that's what he got. And you can see McGlumphy, the outstanding sophomore quarterback, he's still stretching, trying to work out whatever ails him. 1st and 10, ball at the 39. McGlumphy will keep, and he gets dropped from behind, and that's Martin Hernandez.
For a loss by Martin Hernandez.
And look how big he is, Coach Kelly, only a sophomore. And I want to thank the Hall of Famer, John Kelly, filling in for the BT Hall of Famer, Chris Starr, who had some family obligations and I'm sure is in somewhere enjoying this broadcast. McGlumphy rolling out. He'll keep it, and he'll get knocked out of bounds at about the 43, 44-yard line.
Tell you what, the center for Buckeye Trail, 67.
Yes.
And that nose tackle from Newcomerstown. They've battled this entire football game.
Yeah, Cole Porter. He is the senior center for the Warriors. Big 3rd down and 6. McGlumphy's got a man. That's Hickman. He's got the 1st down. So he will be knocked out of bounds at the 49, a gain of 8. And move the sticks.
Pushed out of bounds, but not before he picked up enough yardage for a Warrior 1st down.
And, John, I think you're talking on the other side, Spencer Ebersball for Newcomerstown. He is a senior.
Yeah.
Well, cutback is Wables. He will get to about the 45.
Blake Wable on the carry.
Coming up on the bottom.
Pick up a 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We'll see who made the tackle. I wonder, there's a 57 out there now. I wonder if that's Harvey, who was 33, and that's Mason Todd as he explodes down to about the 36-yard line, a gain of 9, and another 1st down for the Warriors.
Another power ISO play, off tackle to the right. Well executed.
3.5 minutes. Clock running. John, we talked about possessions would be limited. Only 2 possessions so far, and that may be how this quarter ends. Oh, nice jump cut there by Lottis. He'll get to the 35-yard line. Coming up and making the hit there was Marshall Norman.
I think Trail's giving their own version of ball control.
But, John, I wonder if 57 is Hervey because I don't see a 33 out there, and he's been playing fullback. 57 has here in the second half.
Okay.
Man, again, there's just a pile on every tackle.
Yeah.
Trojans have someone slow getting up. That's Eber's ball. So that's a loss of about 2. So instead of 2nd and 8, now it's 3rd and 10. And the Warriors could be 4-down territory.
Back to their spread formation.
Yeah, 3 receivers to the right. Rolling, looking, still looking, still looking, still looking. Now throws it over the middle. It's caught. Still on his feet. Sammy Brown to the 12-yard line. And what patience by McGlumphy. 25-yard pass completion to downtown Sammy Brown.
That was an incredible play.
12-yard line picks up enough yardage for a Warrior first down.
Number 9 is just so dangerous on those sprint outs.
And here's the wishbone from the Warriors. Mason Todd will try to cut outside, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 15.
Power off tackle.
Hernandez and Smith, who comes up again from the secondary for the Trojans. Minute and a half here. Warriors down 6. Definitely 4-down territory. McGlumphy handoff. The Wable, and he's going to get to the 2, to the 1, and he's stopped. A 14-yard gain. And it's what you call a running back with.
He was. I mean, he was picking his way.
What a game here from Old Washington. McGlumphy gives it to Wable. He's fighting. He's in. Touchdown, Warriors. 55 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and the Warriors have tied the game at 28. And, John, remember Newcomerstown, their extra points, they're pretty much automatic with Foster. The Warriors, they're going for 2 here, and there's going to be an official's timeout as Martin Hernandez is down. And while they tend to Hernandez, we're hoping it's just cramp. We'll hear from some of our fine sponsors, Stop 9 Church of Christ, cheering on all our local student athletes. 360 Burger, serving farm-to-table burgers with local ingredients to all football fans in the area. Buck Robinson, who's on the staff and was honored at halftime from the 94 playoff team, proud sponsor of the Warriors and all our local area teams. Call Buck Robinson for all your large equipment, parts, and supply needs. So, wow, only 2 possessions here in the third quarter. Only 55 minutes left in this quarter. Warriors tied at 28, going for 2. McGlumphy, I think he has kept it on all the other attempts. And he's going to do it here. And he's going to go right up the middle. Standing up. So the Warriors, another Drew McGlumphy conversion. 2-point variety. And now the Warriors lead 30-28. Wow. So the 1-yard touchdown run by Blake Wable.
Definitely an impressive comeback by the Warriors.
Break down those the last 2 runs, remember, Buckeye Trail had it 1st and 10 from the 15. They go wishbone, they run it, out to the right, lose 3 yards. They come back wishbone, and then was that just a counter inside? Mm-hmm. So I tell you, it took a lot of confidence from the Warrior coaching staff. Remember, they just put in the wishbone package last week, and you lose 3 yards, but hey, let's stick with it. Then you pick up 14 and get it to the 1. So Warriors up 2. Mason Todd with the squib kick. Ball still alive, now picked up by Singer. Look out. Wow, 40, 50. And he will be knocked out about the 45. And John, now you see why the Warriors don't want to kick it deep to Singer, but he still got his hands on the squib kick, and again, he just exploded out of the pile.
The Trojans will take over, 1st and 10.
So now 46 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Newcomerstown with excellent field position.
45-yard line.
They'll start at the Warrior 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big return. Come out in their traditional set, double tight wishbone.
But see, John, I wonder if that Singer there, that's 5th, unless Singer got hurt. Dropping back, and whoa, that pass is incomplete. Blake Wable on the coverage.
Play action, power keep pass.
And I didn't know if that was Singer.
That was the back out of the backfield.
Yeah, that may be Singer, because I don't see him in the Warrior staff. Yeah, Coach Kearns immediately signaled for his trainer to come out, and he's out there working on Singer, and we hope and pray that this kid's okay. The Singer, 3 touchdowns on the night, and he's on his feet, and he's going to go off on his own power. So that's a good sign. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. And John, I believe that was only the 2nd time tonight that Newcomerstown has passed the ball on 1st down.
Oh, clearly, I would agree
now,
with that. Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves. They've thrown, I believe, 4 passes on the night, and 2 has been on 1st down. 51 yards passing for Fish, including that 38-yard beautiful touchdown pass to Smith.
Split into the right, wishbone set.
State drop back, going long again, throws it. And what great coverage there by Lane Wable. That pass was intended from Fish to Tanner Smith. And boy, Wable was stride for stride.
Plus, he had some help. They had him high-low covered, so that was well covered.
Yeah. And John, we can see, Fish, he's only now attempted 5 passes. But man, right, that kid can throw the ball downfield. Got a strong arm, tight spiral. 3rd down and 10.
Double tight.
Oh, there's a pitch, and
I'll sweep to the left.
Yeah, Tanner Smith, he'll get about 5. Is this 4 down territory?
41.
28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Boy, I'm amazed how long it's been to play these last 55 seconds. We've had 2 plays ran out of bounds and 2 incompletions. Play action. Again looking for Smith. It is incomplete. As Smith is sandwiched by Lane Wable and Blake Wable. And Smith is down. Boy, has there been some hard hitting.
Well, there's no question where they're going with the football because they send out 1 receiver. So, and he was double covered again. So, good job by the Warriors.
And Johnny got his hands on it. The pass was a little high from Fish. Mm-hmm. But you're right. It looked like it was a go pattern, and then he pulled up, and hooked it up about 15 yards downfield. But now the Warriors. I'm thinking this will be the last play of the quarter.
Gower.
And that is Blake Wable. And Coach Kearns will be more than content to take this 2-point lead into the fourth quarter. 3 quarters in the book. Buckle your seatbelts. This fourth quarter, it ought to be a doozy. Warriors 30, Newcomerstown 28. We'll step aside and be back. Fourth quarter action. Newcomerstown over on downs. McGluffy up the middle, first down and then some. As he will roll to the 39-yard line. That is a gain of 18.
Yeah, once again, out of their spread formation. Quarterback ISO. I just love that guy's patience. He can find his way and makes an exceptional run.
And John, J.J. Justice, number 80, remember, he's the one that had that impressive interception snag and took it all the way down to the 5. McGluffy, same play. Again, big yardage. In the Newcomerstown secondary to the 25. Another gain of 15. And at halftime, McGluffy had 143 yards rushing. You got to think he's at 200, if not already past it. Do you do 3 in a row?
First and 10. Warriors.
Say until they stop him.
3 receivers to the left. Same play. Cuts it back in again. Look at him. Oh, the fumble. But the Warriors fall on it. Ooh, and let's see who comes up with it. That's Bucky Johnson.
That was huge, being able to recover that football.
Yeah, because Drew had picked up, McGluffy had picked up about 6 or 7 yards, and the ball, he got hit and the ball shot back about 6 yards, and Bucky Johnson there to save the day. 2nd and 9. McGluffy keeps it again. Hurdles 2 guys, and he will get to about the 17-yard line. And making the tackle there, Bryce Gibbs, another freshman. Wow. John, did your freshmen grow this big when you were at John Glenn?
No, not at all. They look like freshmen.
And the Warriors, they're milking the play clock. And not only is that Wise up 2, but you're giving McGluffy a chance to catch his breath, as I imagine it's going to be all him on this drive. It is. He gets a block by Travis Dodd, and he will pick up the first down. Down to the 11. And McGluffy. Now, it looks like, John, I'm trying to see, was he shaking Was he shaking his right hand there? I hope he's all. He appears to be okay. He got up and I don't know if he was motioning. He may have been motioning the old
Get to play.
Zeke. Keep feeding me. I don't know. So it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball at the 13. 9 minutes left. And the Warriors will take a timeout, and we'll hear from some more of our sponsors. Bears Den Steakhouse. Stop by the Bears Den Steakhouse located on Route 40 for the best steaks around. Dennis Doubt, a proud sponsor of Buckeye Trail, says go Warriors. Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center provides mental health and addiction services to children, adolescents, and adults wherever it is most convenient. Home, community, or school setting. Located in downtown Old Washington, call Mandy McGlumphy at 740-489-5571 for any questions. And Old Washington Presbyterian Church, a proud sponsor of the Warriors. So 1st and 10 at the 13. And that timeout, you think strategy timeout, or let's just take a breather and catch our breath?
I think that was it.
And here's the wishbone. Wable has it. He turns the corner. 5. Touchdown. Warriors.
That was big time there. Big time. I'd say the wishbone set has been a great addition for the Warriors.
And that's the first time they've ran it on this drive. And I think Newcomerstown, all the runs between the tackles had them all in the box. And then the wishbone and Blake Wable, you almost knew when he turned the corner, it was 6 points.
Yeah, that was designed as an off-tackle power play. He was able to bounce it out and run to daylight.
So 13-yard touchdown run. This is huge right here. It'll make it a 2-score game. Wable fighting. Still fighting. No, he's not going to make it.
It wasn't from lack of effort. That was a great attempt by the Warriors.
And how big of a 2-point conversion stand for Newcomerstown was that? It keeps it as a 1-score game.
Yeah.
At 36-28. Wow, what a football game. So, back-to-back touchdown runs by Blake Wable. So the Warriors, the kickoff, and the specials teams coaches out there probably saying, whatever we do, don't kick it to number 5. Now the Warriors, they haven't been kicking it at the hash mark, have they?
No.
So this must be, to try to kick it between the numbers and the sideline. I remember Singer, he's the up back here at the 30. Smith is all the way back. There's a squib kick, and they do that, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, I always like kicking off from the hash, try to reduce the field.
So, John, does Newcomerstown have the option of the re-kick, or you just want to take it, excuse me, at the...
Yeah, you have that option, but you're going to take the ball.
And they're going to take, is it going to be... We're seeing where they're going to...
40.
Went out to 39, 5-yard penalty. Was it to 44?
Okay, so So there it is. Again, in college and pros, when it goes out of bounds, you get it either, at the 40 or at 35-1, but here to where it goes out plus 5-yard penalty. So there's a wishbone.
Double tight. There's that counter play. Oh,
and he breaks. Singer breaks it.
They had him stopped. But he just keeps those feet churning. Picked up some yardage.
On the carry, run out of bounds by Mason Todd.
And Mason Todd there made a nice one-on-one tackle, John, using the sideline as an extra defender.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's amazing. He's hard to find behind the big line for Newcomerstown.
Yeah.
But he's also hard to bring down when you do get your mitts on him. 2nd and 8. 8:41 left.
There's that toss.
And there's Singer. And
wow.
Again.
Good defensive play. Great defensive play.
And that's Jackson Hess.
That was a big play. Big defensive play right there. Took a great angle.
3rd and 8 for the Trojans.
Yeah, you love to see your D-line run down the line there. Mm-hmm. Not only keep containment, but make the tackle. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 8. 8 minutes left.
We're breaking the formation here. We got a spread look.
Shotgun. Yeah, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And that's a illegal procedure.
Yeah.
And you don't think Newcomerstown's offensive line, they're probably not used to not having their hand in the dirt.
Yeah,
that was just a 2-point stance in there.
Yeah, this is not a situation they find themselves in very often.
Yeah, they usually got their knuckles in the ground ready to fire off. They're in a 2-point stance and they're hands on their knees. And they will come right back to it. 3rd down and 13. Pressure.
Whoa,
Bucky Johnson!
Big time.
Woo, Bucky Johnson with a big-time sack. That will force a punt.
The only second punt we've seen this game right here.
And Bucky Johnson, only a sophomore.
That was impressive.
And it's going to force a punt at the 7-minute mark. And John, remember, you talking about punts. Buckeye Trail has not punted tonight. They've got all touchdowns and 3 turnovers. Oh, wow, what a punt by Foster. Brown gets away from it, and the ball will bounce out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. 29-yard line. Foster, what a punt.
At the 29-yard line, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
Warriors, 6:41 left and away from securing a playoff berth. For sure, the Trojans, they sit in the 7th spot. Will a loss send them on the road next week? We know the Warriors will be on the road next week if they are able to hang on for this win.
Spread formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right.
Fake to Wable, and look out all the running room. McGluffy, 40, 50, down to the 43-yard line. Singer on the tackle. And I wonder if McGluffy, he's got cramps, as he's really hobbling.
Yeah, he is.
He's grabbing his calves.
Uh-huh.
He's going to come out, and Travis Dodd will run the Wildcat.
He is so patient on that read. He's reading the defense. And he goes where they ain't.
"26-yard run by McGlumphy. Now Travis Dodd keeps it.
Travis Dodd takes it up the middle.
So you go from McGlumphy to a Mack truck running at you. What a performance by this Warrior offense. Remember, if you're just joining us, first of all, where have you been? But after 3 turnovers.
And able to overcome those and be in this position that they're in right now.
So 3 receivers to the left. Keeps it off the left side, and again, he turns. He will be stopped at the 35. Now, John, I'm looking. Okay, there's McGlumphy. He's still grabbing his calf. He's trying to stretch to get back in on this critical 3rd and 3. But yeah, that's what it is. It's cramps.
I've seen another one or two, with that condition, the cramps. You wouldn't think this time of the year and this kind of weather, but your body tells you what's going on.
Well, John, we know he didn't have much food in his body now because he got rid of all of that in the first quarter on the field. So and the Warriors and Coach Kearns will run this clock down. The 4:27 left. He'll take his second timeout. And again, we'll hear from some of our sponsors. Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant. Looking for a family restaurant to tailgate at or before the big game? Visit Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant on East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Darcy A. Wakefield, a family dentistry and orthodontics. Want to show off a beautiful smile after a big Warrior win? Darcy Wakefield can take care of your dentistry and orthodontics needs. And Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC. Cambridge Realty and Investments has teamed up with Falk Auctioneering. We proudly support Warrior student athletes in the FCA. Call us when you're ready to talk real estate and auctioneering. Find us on Facebook. We will work from you. Handoff to Dodd. Wow. First down. 20, 15 to the 7-yard line. A gain of 28.
That was incredible. Quick dive to the fullback.
And John, what about the offensive line?
Yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit. There's been some impressive holes to run through.
So about 28 there on the carry. 1st and 7. The Warriors 7 yards from possibly nailing a playoff spot. Travis Dodd will be dropped for about a yard gain. And Newcomerstown, they're not going to make it easy these last 6 yards. 3:46 left. And John, if you're Newcomerstown and you're a coach, man, what a dilemma you're in. You're down 8. You can't let them score. But there's 3:25 and the clock running. The Warriors, I expect them to run this clock down inside 10 seconds. When do you start using your timeouts? McGlumphy dropped there at the 5. Because you'd like to have your timeouts when you're a wishbone team for your offense here. But the Warriors, 30 seconds on the play clock. They can run this down right about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And I'm thinking the Warriors may run it down, and they will take their last timeout, it looks like. So 2:35 left in this game, and the Warriors will run it down to 1 second, and they will take their final timeout here. 3rd and 5 from the 5. Connor Pushcarrots of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency, looking for an independent insurance agent to quarterback you through any coverage. Connor Pushcarrots is your man. Call Connor at 740-610-3024 at Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency. Bicon and Bicon Engineering, wishing the Warriors and all of our area teams a very successful season. Deep Cut Tavern, looking for a place to celebrate after a big Warrior win? Come to Deep Cut Tavern and celebrate with friends and family and Marathon Stations. Fuel up before every local area football game at Marathon Stations, located in Old Washington and Cambridge. And again, you're watching this game on tape delay because no internet service at Buckeye Trail and about 100 other schools in the state of Ohio due to a major line break. McGluffy keeps it at the middle, 2-1!
Wow.
And he is stopped at the 1. Now Newcomerstown, they've got to take a timeout, and they will do that.
Again, such a great read by that quarterback. He receives the football from the center, and he reads, what's happening up in front of him. Does a great job at that.
And, John, here's the dilemma as you sit in Newcomerstown's. Hold on. Now, if you stop them, the clock's going to stop on change of possession. If you give up a touchdown, the game could very well be over, barring something crazy really happening. But if you're there in the huddle right now for Newcomerstown, what are you saying? Are you expecting the Warriors to spread it? Or are you expecting them to go wishbone? So a lot of options Coach Kearns can play with right here. Do you have a gut feeling?
Well, I'll let you know as soon as I see him line up. My guess is they're going to go with the wishbone right here.
I think you're going to be right here.
And I like the call.
And now if they try to get Wable to the outside or Dodd or the tush push, it's going to be McGluffy! Touchdown, Warriors! Week 11. The Warriors are headed that way. But still 2:12 left, but a big 2-score win. As the Warriors will go for 2 as McGluffy with a 4th down, 1-yard TD run. So we'll see if McGluffy, he will keep it and he will scoot in untouched. Warriors up 16.
For the 2-point conversion, 2:12 left in the game. Warriors 34.
Wow.
28.
What an impressive win for the Warriors. They were in the 15th spot. And, John, they've got a chance to jump as high as 12, depending on what happens. Right. So how high will Buckeye Trail jump? They're in the playoffs. Rosecrans, they were winning. They could hang on and grab that 16th spot. And then for the Trojans, they've got a solid team, and they're going to be dangerous because, like you said, not many people face a wishbone. They're pretty good. They're exceptional running it.
They're explosive with it. They run a power wishbone. I mean, they're not an option wishbone, but they are a power, and they do a nice job with it. And they've got the personnel to do it with. I'll tell you what, I like the personnel I see on that trail football team as well.
Wow, yeah. And the Warriors, they may be very content to kick this ball out of bounds. It's going to squib. And it's picked up by Singer. They're going to hem them in at the 40. So, boy, the guys did a nice job keeping their lanes.
Yeah.
Brought down by Lane Wable.
What a game. Who would have thought Buckeye Trail, after turning the ball over their first 3 possessions and falling behind 14-0, would have 44 points on the board?
Yeah, that's just incredible. What an accomplishment by this football team.
So now if you're Newcomerstown, you're almost forced to air it out.
Yeah, they're in their spread set. Twins right, twins left.
Remember, Newcomerstown, they only have 1 loss on the season, and that was to Malvern 32-28, a game they led about 90% of. Fish, he'll turn it up and run, get out of bounds to about the 46. We are now under 2 minutes left. 1:58 left.
Yeah, I promise you this spread set does not get the practice time that wishbone set gets.
Now, and John, let me ask you, you know, the Warriors last week, and then this past week, working on the wishbone offense, your defense had to practice that. Mm-hmm. So that actually maybe in a way, by the Warriors running it, helped them prepare to face this against the Trojans.
I would agree with that.
Fish out to Smith. Smith, nice. He cuts on the dime. He'll spin. He'll be stopped short of a first down to about the 48-yard line. A host of Warrior tacklers. Wyatt Connor out there to join the secondary. Smith is a yard short, so the clock continues to run.
The Warriors have been very physical.
Minute 25 left. Fish back. That's a first down, so that will stop the clock. Fumble! Warriors have it, or did the ball go out of bounds? Oh, it's Warrior football!
Wow.
And playoffs. Here we come. Wow, what a big-time hit there by Wable. And the kid for Newcomerstown, you know, he's just trying to fight. He had the first down. He's just, they need 2 scores. He's just trying to fight and make a play. And a lot of times when you keep fighting that second, third effort, that ball sometimes gets punched out. So the Warriors, they will go victory formation here with a minute 11 left. At Newcomerstown, they do have 2 timeouts left, but I don't know if they will use them. So, wow, what a big-time win for Coach Kearns and his Warriors just 2 years ago. The Warriors, if they would have beat the Trojans 2 years ago here, they would have made the playoffs. They lost a heartbreaker. And now, and now, 2 years later, the Warriors needed a win, and they got it.
Yeah, great win for the Warriors. I mean, they battled, like you say, early on. They had an opportunity to fold their tents. That didn't stop them. They kept coming back, and this is the result.
So the Warriors celebrate on the field. The student section will be joining them here soon. Your final score from Old Washington: Buckeye Trail 44, Newcomerstown 28. What a great effort and an impressive team for Newcomerstown. We want to wish them the best of luck in the playoffs as the Warriors join the Trojans there next week, week 11. It's just now the waiting game to see where the Warriors will be traveling and who they will be playing against. Congratulations, Warriors. Playoff bound. We'll take this time out and wrap things up here at Old Washington. That's the Buckeye Trail Warriors needing a win to secure a spot in the playoffs next week. And they do that, and Coach Kearns getting hugs from his coaching staff. And wow, what a game, and getting a impressive victory over an impressive opponent in the Newcomerstown Trojans. And this is how the game started out. Buckeye Trail would turn the ball over on their opening drive at about the Trojan 29-yard line on the fumble. But then after stopping the Trojans, then the Warriors would get the ball back. And J.J. Justice would intercept the pass, and he would take it about 56 yards down to the 5-yard line. And from there, it would be Singer, the outstanding running back for the Trojans. He would take it in from 5 yards out. Foster's extra point was up and good, and the Trojans would lead 7-0. Then it would be Singer who would come up with an interception, and he would return it about 57 yards down to the 7-yard line. And then the Singer would finish off that drive with a 7-yard touchdown run. Foster's extra point was good, and after 1 quarter of play, Newcomerstown would lead the Warriors 14-0. But then McGlumphy, after getting sick on the field and having a little projectile and puking whatever he ate for lunch up, McGlumphy would then take off. With 7:28, he would lead the Warriors down, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Drew McGlumphy would put the Warriors on the board. He would run in the 2-point conversion, and it would be 14-8. And then the Warriors would need just 35 seconds to tie this game up, as Newcomerstown would fumble on the first play from scrimmage, and then McGlumphy would finish off that drive with a 2-yard touchdown run, and it was 14-14 with 6:53 to go in the second quarter. But then Newcomerstown would drive, and then they would go play action, and it would be Clayton Fish. He would find Tanner Smith for a 38-yard electrifying touchdown, as Smith would elevate over the BT defender at the goal line, haul it in from 38 yards out. Foster's extra point was good. 21-14 Trojans. Then with 2:25 left in the second quarter, the Warriors would drive down, and this time it would be Mason Todd who would finish it off from 3 yards out. Drew McGlumphy would take it in for the 2-point conversion, and the Warriors would go to the locker room up 22-21, when at the half the Warriors would honor their first ever playoff team, the 1994 football team led by Jeff Snedeker and crew, and of course the late great head coach Bill Starr, who was given a moment of silence to honor him, as well as Jeff Barris's 94 state champion girls volleyball team was honored at the half, as well as the 94 boys volleyball team, which was runner-up in the state in 94. Man, what a year that was for Trail. Second half would get underway, and Newcomerstown, they would chew nearly 7 minutes off the clock and finish it with a 6-yard touchdown run by Singer. The extra point was good, and it was back to a 28-22 lead for Newcomerstown. But then with 55 seconds left, after a 14-yard run by Blake Wable got it to the 1, it would be Blake Wable who would finish off the touchdown, and it would be 30-28, as I believe it was Wable who ran into two-point conversion. Then with 8:48 left, the Warriors would get a 13-yard touchdown run by Blake Wable to make it 36-28. The two-point conversion was no good. And then after the Warriors hold Newcomerstown, they get the ball back, and then Drew McGlumphy would ice the game with a 1-yard touchdown run and two-point conversion for the final score of 44-28. Dominic Singer, the outstanding running back for Newcomerstown, would get 103 yards on 15 carries, John, but Newcomerstown would only have 130 yards on the ground. Buckeye Trail would run the football tonight for 352 yards on the ground. Drew McGlumphy, 28 carries, 242 yards. So, wow, what an impressive performance for the playoff-bound Buckeye Trail Warriors. So as we get ready to head out, again, we want to thank our fine sponsors this year. Stop 9 Church of Christ, 360 Burger, Buck Robinson, Bears Den Steakhouse, Dennis Doubt, Southeastern Ohio Counseling Center, Old Washington Presbyterian Church, Mr. Lee's Family Restaurant, Darcy A. Wakefield Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, and Cambridge Realty and Investments, LLC, as well as Connor Pushcarriage of Jacobs Vanneman Insurance Agency, Bicon and Bicon Engineering, Deep Cut Tavern, and Marathon Stations. As you see, the Warrior football players, cheerleaders, and band members, all seniors, doing their final walk on the field, and for coaches like yourself, a very special moment.
No question. And, again, my hat's off to Buckeye Trail. What an incredible night. I admire their patience to run the football and control the clock, and more importantly, control the scoreboard. An impressive win. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing them next week.
Yeah, and it's been a joy to bring the Buckeye Trail home games to you again. No internet service tonight. Buckeye Trail, part of so many schools that lost their internet service today and still waiting to get it back. And we want to give some thank yous. We did our sponsors. I want to thank Tony and James for filling in for Bryce tonight and doing a great job producing our broadcast, as well as Caleb Graham as well. And John, I want to thank the BT Hall of Famer Bill Starr for working, as well as you. It was great hooking up with you one more time, and to call a game like this, pretty special.
No question. And I don't think you can lose sight of the fact that Newcomerstown is not some weak sister. I mean, they're a very good football team. They have great history and great tradition, produced the likes of Woody Hayes and a number of others that we could mention. So, impressive win for Buckeye Trail.
Yeah, Newcomerstown finishes their season 8-2. They're playing in the playoffs next week. Will it be at home or on the road? Buckeye Trail finishes at 6-4, winning their last 3 games to secure the playoff spot. Warriors will be on the road next week. We'll just wait and see where. Congratulations to Donnie Kearns and his staff, the seniors, the players, all involved. Craig Taylor, the athletic director, for his hard work as well. And on behalf of the KGP family, we want to wish everyone a safe and pleasant weekend. And we'll enjoy this weekend with the Warriors. Once again, your final score from Old Washington. It's Buckeye Trail 44, Newcomerstown 28, Warriors playoff bound. Good night, everyone.